Hey guys, it is Sienna. Okay, Mother Day. Okay, Mother Day. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Enough of that. My name is Siani Dior Selby. Hi. Yeah. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the standard that hurt me. Guys, we all have standards, right? We should. We have convictions. We have things to where we say, I would never do this. Something wouldn't feel right if I did do this. We all have those, right? Even if you haven't experienced that, we have those. Y'all, guess what? I experienced one of those standards in real time where I said I wouldn't do a thing, and I was caught right in the middle of that thing. And when I say I was stuck in between a rock and a hard place, oh baby. I'm sorry if the wind is super duper loud. It is very windy. It's very hot. It's like 90 degrees, but it is also windy. But yes, y'all, I was caught between a rock and a hard place. Somewhere I wanted to be in a moment, but knew that it'll affect my future if I would have played into it. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's important, I feel like, for our maturity, for our well-being, our life, our future, to make decisions for our future, you know, even if what happens in the now affects our emotions now, you know, because, you know, our decisions, they make or break, or they can hurt us in a moment, they can make us happy, whatever. This specific decision hurt me. It left me very, very sad, angry, confused. I just felt like I was never going to be okay. But at the same time, I knew I was going to be okay because I stood on what I said I would never do. In that moment, I was tested. And I guess everybody grouped up, the Lord, the Holy Spirit, the enemy too. Like, what's she going to do? God was like, go ahead, put her in a room. We can bet. Let's check rock. We can bet. All right, bet. Child, they had me like, but I stuck to what I knew. I honored myself. I honored my standard. I want to say that I honored God, but I don't want to do that because, yes, that's what it feels like. Like, you know, I honor myself. I honor God, you know. But I honored myself. I honored my standard. I honored my future self. I honored everything that'll come in my future with me, you know. And that felt good on the other hand. But guys, when you know something is not for you, make the decision quick. Don't try to let it linger because of shame or guilt, what people would think, what people would say if you don't do a thing, if it don't work out, if it don't. Nah, I feel like anytime you stick to what you know, anytime you go with your better judgment, you're gonna always come out on the other side better than where you left off. And I can testify for that. Not fully, but I know that I'm not, you know, in pain anymore. I'm not hurt. I'm not dead and going. I'm here. I'm making this video for y'all. I let that situation go. I'm sitting here. I'm making this video. You know, good things are happening. You know, I feel like when you make decisions like that, good things happen. Good things happen. Like, God is going to always be by your side, on your side. So, yes, that was my latest blog post. The standard that hurt me. Yeah. And guys, it caused me emotionally. It caused me emotionally. It hurt my heart. But my spirit was still intact. It was okay. You know what I mean? My physical body was okay. You know? But my heart wasn't. You know? But I feel like I said, it's always going to be better. And it got bad. I actually went through 2 situations at the same time, right? Another revelation I received during that period was that sometimes it's not the people that do things to you or drain you. It can be more so of the dynamic. And this is still hard for me to kind of speak about. And I don't want to speak of it in a place of emotion, but in a place of understanding and revelation, the revelation that I received from it. There was a dynamic that I was in, and I always find myself in these dynamics where I'm the wise one, the therapist, the one who is like pouring, you know, and wanting people to grow and things like that. And I really never like received that. You know what I mean? I don't know what it feels like to have somebody in my life like me. Somebody who listens, somebody who just had the understanding of timing and just emotion. Like, I understand how important it is for people to talk about things and to have safe spaces and to be able to speak freely about anything. And I feel like I open that space up, and whenever I do, the dynamic is always the same. I always end up being that person's, I'm so sorry about the wind. I always end up being that person's emotional support. The people lean on me for emotional support. They expect me to be there to release, to get off. You know what I mean? And I'm always stuck being that one. And I be thinking, you know, I can handle these things, that this is okay, whatever. But that was the dynamic of my friendships. Now, if it was my job, which I'm definitely working towards, what I'm definitely doing in my life, where people can sit and people can talk, and I help people, you know, gather their thoughts and, you know, get it together, that's one thing. But for my friendships to be solely like that, me being a crutch to people, that's not fair. And I'm not saying that it's anybody's fault. I'm not saying that it's always my friend's fault. Nothing. That's just the dynamic. That's just what it was. And that dynamic drained me. I didn't feel like a friend. I felt like a friend to people, but I didn't feel like I didn't feel the reciprocity, the reciprocation. And that's just the place where I'm at now. I have a lot of people around me in my ear or whatever, because if I did have a whole bunch of friends that I talk to all the time, that would be the dynamic. the strength and the capacity for it. And then by the time I realize that I don't, it's too late. I be checked out. It's like taking. And then one day I'm just like, wait, no. I'm like that, and that's not even okay. I'm like, wait, this is not okay. This is actually draining. So that happened to me recently, and I got to my wit's end in the situation, and it's hurtful. It hurt me, it hurt the other person, but in order for us to have healthy relationships, like, we got to be able to assess ourselves and dynamics so we can come back and be better and be what each other needs. Not saying, I'm saying in general. I want to be a friend, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to have dumb conversations. Like, I feel like anytime somebody is coming to me with stuff, I feel like I always gotta give a lesson or like a perspective or something like that, or if you see it like this or whatever. Like, I'm like that, and sometimes I just want to be able to sit and say something dumb and my friend say, girl, what the heck are you talking about? Or my friend to tell me, do you think that's a wise decision to make? Because I'm my own crutch. I gotta tell myself, that's dumb. Don't make that decision. Don't go there. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's not wise. And I was that for my friends. But it was not like that for me. I did not receive a lot of wise advice, wise counsel, things like that in my friendships. And that's the type of stuff that I need, but still we're able to talk about nothing. You know what I mean? But I don't think these situations is anybody's fault. I think, in my situation, I just feel like we were two good people who got to experience a friendship together that did not work out. And things like that happens. And you live and you learn, and you thank God and you count your blessings. And you count that person as a blessing. Because you learned and you grew and everything. So but yes, guys, stay tuned to my new blog post coming out Tuesday. I'm gonna drop this today, Monday. My next blog post is coming out tomorrow, called Silent Hunger. I think you would really enjoy that if you had problems speaking up for yourself, defending yourself, saying what it is that you need, knowing good and dang well you hungry. Girl, boy, you hungry. Say that you're hungry, It is deeper meaning into it. If you love reading with meaning, then my blog is for you. My blog is for you. You can add me on all social media platforms at Siani Dior, SIANIDIOR. That is my Instagram. And you can add me on Substack at I for Growth, EYEFORGROWTH, I for Growth. And you can access all my blog posts there, or you can click the link in the bio, and I'm gonna put the link in the subscription for y'all to find. I'm glad that you guys were here, that you guys sat through this. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it was informative and that you learned something and you get something out of it. But guys, always stand strong on your standard and just be strong, because there's other people out here that have standards and that wouldn't go against it. y'all, and I love y'all so much.